Duncan here. Today's video, we're in the deliver section of the paid model. So we've already talked about packaging, we've already talked about looking into your hidden market, we've already talked about your position and finding a problem, we've already talked about the 5 paths. I've explained to you how to go from your spare time to part-time to full-time to no time, and now I want to talk about how to actually do that. We've gone into your packaging, a little bit about your path, creating a system. We've talked about how to get people's attention, attract them in. We've talked about how to inspire them so that they actually know that they are taking action from their own reasons, not because someone else told them to. Now we're into the D. The D stands for deliver. So what you want to be able to do when you deliver is you want to be able to deliver a result to somebody and then create it and make it predictable. Okay. Now it's very important that when you look at creating how you deliver your product or service the first time, the first thing you've got to do is you've got to do your market research. So go out there and look and see what other people, what other companies are doing. You need to find your way of doing it. But you know what? There's many people out there and they will have very close to best practice. So go out there. First thing to do is have a look at what others are doing. Now, the first place you want to start is working one-to-one. Now, one-to-one is the easiest way because you're able to be very flexible, you're able to move, and you're able to get the job done. See, even if you don't know how to do something, this is the great time to go find out how to do it. So whatever the client needs, your job is to find out how to get it done. Even if you don't know how, you find someone, create a relationship, they do it for you, and then you pass it on to the client. So all you have to do is find out what the client wants, and you've already got them in, and then you just need to figure out how to deliver it and do it one-to-one. So you talk to the client, you go find someone, you get it done. Whether you're consulting for them, whether you're teaching them something, they don't know something, you go learn it and then teach it to them. Whatever the client needs, you know they have a problem, you know that they're already spending. Your job is now just to find what they need and learn how to deliver on your promises and get it done. Very simple. And every time you learn something, okay, this is something that you can coach them on or coach another person on. You can train again and again and again, and you can keep connecting, okay? So every time you do something, remember, it's not just a one-off, okay? You want to have that information and learn it. Now, once you've become very good at one-to-one, the next place to go, okay, is one-to-many. So what you need to be doing with all your one-to-one stuff is you need to be recording what works and what doesn't, okay? I keep a folder of everything that I've used with my one-to-one clients so that I know what I need to do, what it is I taught them, how I taught them, any recordings of any phone conversations. So I've got all the material there and I can really get an understanding. Once you've done 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, however many clients you need to do so that you know exactly what needs to go into the system and you know it in detail, then you can go to one-to-many. Now, one-to-many is when you get more leverage, okay? There is just one time that you get to do it and you get to help a bunch of people, okay? In every single path that I've talked about, there is a way to do one-to-many. You can do group presentations. Group presentations are absolutely amazing. If you enjoy standing in front of a group, then you can do group presentations. Now, I'm not talking huge stadiums. I've talked to thousands of people at a time. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about having 10, 20 people in a room and teaching all of them something, coaching all of them, mentoring all of them at the same time, consulting for all of them, but doing it in one go. Okay, you can have all of this done. You can have one-to-many all at one time, okay? It doesn't matter which path you've chosen, okay? You can do it one-to-many. You can do it once. So one-to-many is the first place to go. And so as you're doing this one-to-many, what you need to have is you need to have some sort of system that they can follow so that you're doing it and that you're getting it back and it actually works and that you know it's going to have it. So create your system, make sure it's done. What we like to have is we like to have workbooks and templates. Workbooks, templates, audio recordings, a whole heap of different things to assist in our teaching processes. So doing one-to-many is a fantastic place to go. Another great place to do one-to-many is on live webinars, okay? You can do webcasts, phone calls, webinars, one-to-many. Another great place to do one-to-many is Facebook groups, meetup groups. You can create a group and you can have all these people getting your posts every day. One-to-many, okay? You could be helping all of them. And I believe even if you're consulting, every single one of you should have some sort of education, something that you're teaching, because education is the most leveraged, most scalable business you can have, and everyone needs it, everyone wants it. So you can have all these groups doing one-to-many. And what I want you to do with your one-to-many is, again, take your time. You can earn a lot of money. For example, I've had rooms of under 20 people and been able to earn upwards of $100,000 from those 20 people in that room. Okay, it doesn't matter how big it is. In fact, sometimes small rooms are better. So you can have small rooms, big rooms, micro rooms with 5 people. But instead of doing one-to-one, now you've got a bit more leverage and you're starting to move into that total scaled place. To move to a $500,000 business, you only need to go as far as one-to-many. And this might be enough for you. I had a dream once in my life, and I've realized it and moved through it now. And it was to be able to fly into a place, meet a bunch of people, enroll them into one of my programs, and help them to get some sort of change, and then be able to fly out and deliver the program. So you fly into a place, and I was able to do this in many countries that I traveled and I stayed in, and it's absolutely phenomenal. You go in there, you help a bunch of people with their marketing. Go in there, you build a bunch of websites, all for the same group of people, all at once. You coach them all in their mindset. You go find a bunch of golfers or a bunch of rugby players and you help them all with their mindset, or whatever it is that you teach, a mum's group. You go in there and they pay a one-off fee and you're helping many all at once. You know, you can get paid $5,000, $10,000 an hour to be a speaker. It's the most profitable profession you can have. It's phenomenal. And if you enjoy speaking and teaching or sharing to a group, you'll absolutely love this. Absolutely love it. So the one-to-many, okay, you should always have a combination of doing stuff for them. So a little bit of consulting, you know, you'll do this for them or do that for them, hand them a template, it's done for them. And then a little bit of done with them, whether it's coaching, mentoring, training, whatever it is, done with them, okay? Now you can also, in the one-to-many, have places to connect them to as well. So you come in, you do a talk, you do the education, you inspire them, and then you move them to the person who you think is going to be the best to solve their problem. So one-to-many rocks. If you want to know a little bit more about how to do webinars and stuff, then ask me and I'll help you. The next place you want to go after you do one-to-many is zero-to-many. Zero-to-many is when you take these programs, these courses, these templates, and you put them into products that people can buy, and they go away and you don't have to be there at all, okay? Now this is where you have membership sites. Check out some of our membership sites as well. Ask me and I'll send you to our membership sites. The 7-day training, for example, is a membership site. It's where you're able to purchase, or in that case it's free, a link or registration to get into the site, and they have all of the product, everything's there for you. There's also where you can have books. So my book's coming out very soon. You can also have templates, you can have all these things, you can send them, you can send it to them physically on a DVD, you can send it to an audio, you can do podcasts, all these things. This comes last, okay? It has to come last because you've got to get all the testimonials, you've got to be proven, you've got to be able to create results with people. There is no point creating a product that you don't know works. If you don't know it works and you're handing it to someone, you can't answer the questions and help them. This is why you need to go through the levels. And I see so many times people see this ending. They say, oh, Chris, look, you've got all these products and these courses. I want to do that. And it's like, no. I started doing one-to-one. I got very good at creating predictable results, which means every time I was able to get a result if people implement what I say. Then I moved and I did one-to-many. I was able to create predictable results with a group. And then now I'm in zero-to-many, okay? And if I start a business, a new one, I will start at the top and I will move down, because you want to be able to create the predictable results. You don't just want to have a product that people give a bad reputation for, or doesn't work, or it hasn't got all the flaws. You don't want to do that. You want to put out good stuff, and until you've got it 100%, you want to be there to ask questions and problem solve. Very, very, very important. So I hope you got a lot out of this. Comment below, share this video with someone who needs it. Have an amazing day, and I'll talk to you really soon.